In this video, I'll show you how to review your students' placement test results. We'll go step by step through the placement test over each part, and I'll show you exactly how to interpret all of the results that your students generate and what to do next. Here's how it looks. Once the student completes the placement test, the teacher will receive an email informing them that the test is complete. However, it's always possible to find your student's test result under their profile page. If I scroll to the lesson history table, the most recent attempt at the placement test will always be the first item in the table. All I have to do is click Show Results. Now I'm at the student's result page. On the top right, I can see the student's grammar proficiency level according to the CEFR. For a more detailed description of the CEFR, or the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, please consult this chart or check out the excellent Wikipedia article on the topic to understand exactly what each level means. This student's results at B2 would be considered upper intermediate. I also have can-do statements underneath the CEF level, indicating what the student is likely to be able to do. Under the grammar results, I have this chart, and this chart shows the number of questions that the student answered correctly in green, incorrectly in red, and indicated I don't know in yellow. Beneath this table, I can see the student's gap analysis. This is the most useful part of the placement test. This shows me my students' real errors. It shows me the level at which the error occurred, the question of the error, the student answer, the correct answer, and most importantly, the recommended lesson. The recommended lesson is the lesson from the Off to Class library that will fix the error that the student made. You can see as we scroll down that the mistakes start at lower levels and they go down throughout all of the higher levels. All of these lessons are automatically added to the student's learning plan. In the listening section, my student will be given a listening prompt reflecting the B2 level, which is what my student scored in the grammar section. We always give the student something to look at for the listening prompt. That way it tests actual listening ability, not simply memorization. If I press play, I can hear exactly what my student heard, and beneath this, I can see the questions that my student answered incorrectly. I also have a note here, and in this case, the note is telling me that due to the number of errors my student made, the student's listening proficiency does not support the grammar proficiency, in this case, B2. It's very similar for the reading. My student receives a B2 text that I can view, and I can see the mistakes that my student made. For writing and speaking, these are not graded automatically. The student is given a level-appropriate writing prompt, and then they're allowed to type their answer into the box. In this way, as the teacher, I can make a complete evaluation of my student's ability to write, and I can determine if their writing ability is on par with their grammar, speaking, or listening abilities. The speaking is the same. The student is given a speaking prompt, and then the browser will ask to record your student's microphone, and they will be able to speak, so you'll hear your student's real voice as they attempt to answer the question. I also have some actions that I can take. If I click on the padlock, that will give my student access to the results. However, the results can be difficult to interpret without you, so keep that in mind. If I'm on a white label plan, I can print the placement test results, and I can also create a certificate. So if I click the certificate, I can view a certificate. If I have my own logo, it will appear here. And this is me certifying the level that my student achieved. The placement test is one of the most powerful tools that you have at your disposal because you can use the recommended lessons that form the basis of the student's learning plan to generate a customized course without expending any extra effort. We highly recommend that you encourage all of your students to take the placement test as early as possible after meeting them. You can also assign the placement test later at the end of the course in order to measure progress, as the test is different each time it's attempted.